Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Tripathi and welcome to the Current Affairs Interceptor YouTube channel. Today is April 26 and we are going to learn important current affairs of April 25 and 26 as well. Recently, which organization has launched Climate Strategy 2030 document on occasion of Earth Day? Is it RBI, Reserve Bank of India, NABARD, National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India, and last is regional rural banks. Recently, climate strategy has been launched by NABARD. NABARD stands as National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So that is NABARD. NABARD has launched Climate Strategy 2030 on the occasion of Earth Day. Earth Day is celebrated on 22nd April every year, and it is a day to show support to protect Earth and environment from harmful gases, emissions, and various kind of degradation. So on the occasion of Earth Day, which was on 22nd April, NABARD has launched Climate Strategy 2030. So let's have a look about these important institutions. What is the NABARD? NABARD is a All India financing institution and it is a apex regulatory body. Regulatory body means it controls multiple bodies under it. It is apex regulatory body for RRBs and cooperative banks. RRBs means regional rural banks. These banks are located in far-flung areas in rural atmosphere. They provide credit facilities, various agricultural facilities to farmers and for small businesses, and cooperative businesses also work in the similar manner. They are in district cooperative banks, they can be urban cooperative banks, rural cooperative banks. So these banks are managed by NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. And NABARD acts as regulatory body, means looks after the working of these banks all over the India, and more well-being of rural population, looks after the various schemes and implementations so that people from far-flung areas can be benefited from it. NABARD was established in 1982 and it is headquartered in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So in climate action, NABARD made a plan for green financing. It also highlighted that India needs 170 billion USD every year to catch up 2030 total financing goals of 2.5 trillion USD. Means India needs 170 billion USD every year to catch up the 2.5 trillion USD goals of having finances enough to tackle climate challenges by 2030 is 2.5 trillion USD. But it is not happening. It also said that we also have around not 170 billion USD per annum but 49 USD per annum, and this is insufficient fund for tackling the climate challenges and implementing the climate strategy in the given direction. This is a report set by the Climate Strategy 2030 which has NABARD released. NABARD, apart from acting as a regulatory body of RRBs and cooperative banks, it also provides loans, rural development, help small business, helps farmers and works for rural upliftment. Once again, Climate Strategy 2030 is released by NABARD, and on the occasion of Earth Day was celebrated on 22nd April. NABARD is headquartered in Mumbai. It was established in 1982. It works as a regulatory body for RRBs, which is regional rural banks, and cooperative banks. NABARD stands as National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. Recently, world's biggest climate clock was unveiled at CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and Rural Electrification Corporation, REC. So these were, so which of these are correct? It is CSIR. CSIR stands as Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. It is a autonomous body. Autonomous body means it has freedom to make its own policies, and it comes under Department of Science and Technology. Government of India. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research has multiple laboratories spread in all over India, in multiple districts, multiple regional headquarters, and it has a very diverse field of research and scientific advancement. CSIR established in 1942. Recently, world's biggest climate clock was unveiled at CSIRSQ, and climate clock is basically, a clock to raise awareness about climate events, climate change. It, inspires for lifestyle change for better climate, lifestyle change for better climate action, and call for action. And such kinds of clock, tell about we have a limited time, we need to work harder, we need to work faster to preserve the environment. So it is basically awareness and call for action event. And so once again, world's biggest climate clock was unveiled at CSIRSQ. Which mobile network brand has emerged as largest mobile operator in the world? Is it T-Mobile, O2, Jio or Airtel? So this brand is Jio. Jio has emerged as largest mobile operator in the world, and it has emerged in the category of lots of data transfer. Because of lots of data transfer, as we know, the report said that 40.9 exabyte of data was consumed according to research published by T-Efficient. And 1 exabyte, let me tell you, 1 exabyte is equal to 10 to power 9 GB. Now you can assume how much amount of data Reliance has processed, or how much amount of data was used on Reliance network as a mobile operator. So 40.9 exabyte means 40.9 to 10 to power 9 GB. This is the amount of data was consumed on Reliance network. Jio was founded by Mukesh Ambani, and current chairman of Jio is Akash Ambani. It is headquartered in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Signed ISKCON and signed MOU to skill tribal marginalized youth in India. So ISKCON, and which is other organization which has signed MOU? Is it Ministry of Home Affairs, NHDC, Niti Aayog, NABARD? So ISKCON and NHDC has signed MOU to skill marginalized youth, to skill tribal marginalized youth in India. ISKCON stands as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It was founded in 1966 and it is headquartered in West Bengal in India. It was founded in 1966 in New York City. It is also, Hare Krishna movement, and for the well-being of skilling and tribal marginalized youth, it has joined hand with NHDC. NHDC is National Skill Development Corporation, and not for profit public company. It comes under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship holds 49% of the shares of NHDC, National Skill Development Corporation, and 51% shares are held by public. So basically it is a not for profit public company, and it aims to provide vocational courses, means those courses which increase employability of people. So NHDC provides the vocational courses, and recently International Society for Krishna Consciousness has signed MOU to skill tribal marginalized youth in India. In recent Laureus World Sports Award 2024 Sportsman of the Year Award given to Novak Djokovic, Lionel Messi, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, KL Rahul. So this year Laureus World Sports Award 2024 Sportsman of the Year Award was given to Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic, as we know, is world's #1 tennis player, and he holds various records which are unbeatable as of now. He is one of the greatest best and most successful tennis player in all over the world. Novak Djokovic is Serbian player. He comes from Serbia, and he is the holder of various titles. And let me tell you a little bit about what is Grand Slam. This is a common term used in tennis, and each Grand Slam contains four events, which includes Australian Open, Wimbledon, US Open, and French Open. So those who are managed to win all these four events are called the Grand Slam winner. And Novak Djokovic is holding multiple Grand Slam winner. He has broken so many records that he is now at number one position in the world tennis player category. Book Heavenly Islands of Goa was released by is it Ashneer Kumar, Manoj Saini, P.S. Sridharan Pillai, or Ritesh Dinkar. Once again, name of the book is Heavenly Islands of Goa. As the name suggests, it talks about the Goa and its natural beauty, its environment, ecology, diversity. So this book was released by P.S. Sridharan Pillai, and he is the Honorable Governor of Goa as present. He has written multiple books, and Heavenly Islands of Goa is one of them. It is about natural beauty of Goa, environment, biodiversity, climate, and various scenic beauty of Goa and its ecology. So please remember this. It is written by P.S. Sridharan Pillai, who is the governor of Goa. Chipko movement recently completed 50 years, and it was started in which district? Chamoli, Rudraprayag, Haridwar, Haldwani. We know that earlier Uttarakhand was part of Uttar Pradesh, and these are the districts of Uttarakhand, and Chipko movement was started in Chamoli. Chipko movement is non-violent resistance to protect forests. It was started in 1970s. Non-violent resistance to protect forest. In Chipko movement, as name suggests, when people or industries were going to cut trees, people used to suppose this is tree, people used to hug trees, so to protect it. And as soon as someone was going to cut trees, they used to hug it so that it can be stopped. And this was a very effective movement. It led to prevention of multiple tree cuttings, as well as taking the policy back so that companies don't cut green trees. The father of Chipko movement was Sundar Lal Bahuguna. Recently, first human-made interstellar aircraft resumed contact after losing contact for 5 months. It is Voyager 1, Juno, New Horizon, Helios probes. First human-made interstellar spacecraft resumed contact after losing contact for 5 months. It is Voyager 1. Voyager 1 was a space probe. It was launched in 1977 by NASA to study about outer atmosphere and Earth. It was destined to go for long distance, and since 1977 it is still floating in the vast universe. It has gone away billions of miles away from Earth, and it was sending very suppose this is a Voyager and this is Earth, it was sending very weak signals as it is going far away, billions of miles away. Recently it has lost contact for 5 months, so everyone thought that it has gone, or it has damaged, or it has destroyed. However, it has resumed contact once again and start sending to signal to Earth, which is a very very good news. Voyager was a space probe, and it has reached now in interstellar space, means space beyond we know, space beyond we understand. Far away from Milky Way galaxies, it has gone into different galaxy. Voyager 1, which is very phenomenal and one of the longest distance traveling space probes ever, has resumed contact with us on Earth after 5 months of losing contact. If you have any time, if you have some time of the today, I suggest you go to read about the Voyager. It has very interesting concepts. It is also carrying a disc which tells about human civilization and all in a recording format. First ever Naima Khatun has been appointed as first female vice chancellor of. So Naima Khatun is a professor and she has been appointed as first female vice chancellor of Delhi University, Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia Millia Islamia or Banaras Hindu University. In a first time ever, a female has been appointed as vice chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University and her name is Naima Khatun. She is a professor and she is now vice chancellor in Aligarh Muslim University, which is also known as famously as AMU. Aligarh Muslim University is a public central university. It is located in Aligarh district of Uttar Pradesh and founder was Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. It is one of the oldest university in India and it was established in 1875. Archery World Cup 24 was started in which city? Manila, which is in Philippines, Tokyo in Japan, Moscow in Russia or Shanghai in China. So Archery World Cup recently has started in Shanghai, which is in China. Shanghai is the financial capital of China. So these were today's current affairs. Keep learning every day even if you don't see results immediately. And if you have any doubt or any feedback, please let me in the comment section. I will answer your each doubt, every doubt. I will take your feedback and make improvements and learn every day. Keep building yourself layer by layer, layer by layer, layer by layer, and one day you will be at top position. Do not leave current affairs. Have faith in our powers. Just keep working hard, do your best, and everything will be alright. If you have enjoyed this session, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. It is my humble request to you. Please subscribe to this channel so that you can get timely videos, and in turn, I will provide you more valuable content every day. So thank you for joining me today. Have a great day.